Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, well, our channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while, and we've discussed this before on this channel, but yet again, I want to bring this topic back up. So modern women are not wives anymore. So why did this happen? And let's start from the beginning. Some men still believe that if they work hard and they respect the woman and they value her, she will stay together with him and they will build a relationship and a family. But let me tell you something with modern women. What modern women are not raised to be wives. That is not something our society raised women for nowadays. So back in the day, yeah, women were raised to be wives. That was the priority. That was something that woman lived for, is to be wives, to build a family. Nowadays, women are raised by society to be man's competitors. And by default, this brings a lot of issues. And it brings a lot of issues because you cannot have two men in a relationship. It doesn't work. There is conflict. There's no connection. So basically, modern women are not wives anymore. And that is something all men need to understand. So let's go to how social media also completely effed up the society. So social media gives so much attention to average looking girls. So just an average girl nowadays will get bombarded by Instagram DMs. If she's not like popular on Instagram, she will be bombarded on dating apps by men. There's OnlyFans. So all of this gives access to just average looking girls to get so much options, so many options, so much, which makes them feel like a guy who is average but has a stable income, I don't know, wants to build a family with this girl. She feels like she's above him and she feels like she has too many choices and she's gonna miss out. Okay, so she doesn't want to commit because she has a lot of choices, but those choices they're not realistic. Okay, she is chasing after the 1% of men who have so many options as well, like a lot of options, and they will not choose an average girl. Okay, but they're still chasing that dopamine, that 1% of men. She's not going to settle for an average guy because she feels like she's above that. Okay, social media gives more attention to average women nowadays in one day than our grandmas got in a year. So this is just like unthinkable. Girls have so much attention that they feel like they're stars even though they're average. Also, women just when they're young, so women are the most attractive to males from the age of 16 to the age of, let's say, 25. Okay, this is the peak of a woman. This is when women peak. Okay, because it's like that because of the woman's biological clock. Women have a very short biological clock, and in order to reproduce, that's why we're here, to reproduce, the world, the nature makes women the most attractive in their fertile ages. This is when they're most fertile. Okay, so basically, because women get so much attention, average looking girls, okay, a lot of attention from males, they feel like why should I settle? Like, why should I be a wife? Why should I have a child and invest all my energy into a child when there's so much in the world? There's so much. And basically, I want to live my hot girl era. I want to date as many guys as I want guys to fly me over, fly me out. I want to go to Mykonos. I want to go to Ibiza. I want to like party. I want to see the world. And then when I'm when I'm experienced, when I already lived my life, I will look for a guy and settle down with him. So like, this is a woman's mentality. But what happens is that that girl who got spoiled with so much attention, got flown over to so many places, and she had this all given to her in a plate just by genetics, because she's attractive and she's young. It ruins her in the long term. So in the long term, she's never going to be happy with an average guy. And why does an average guy need to sacrifice his own happiness for that type of woman? So, but nevertheless, still there are some good women out there, some good girls, but they're much more quiet and they're very difficult to find because they're not loud, they're quiet. But if you need to be experienced in dating to know how to filter out women and how to find the right one. And if you're interested in that, I can help you out. I do one-on-one bookings. So if you want to book, if you want to book with me, I will help you. I will coach you through and I will help you with dating. I will help you filter out the women who are there to take advantage or the women who are confused, and I will help you find the suitable woman for you. So if you're interested, I do coaching. I can help you out in your relationship. I will leave down a link and you can book, a call with me. So yeah, so basically it's just very difficult right now, and we can argue about why this happened. Well, society has trained, has kind of trained, programmed, I don't know, they brainwashed women to thinking that either they need to build their career up and just give their life, give their best years in building their career up to be man's competitors. Those are the masculine women. And also the other thing about society is social media. So the other thing is social media has completely ruined women because there's just too much options out there. And that's why a lot of guys nowadays are single, because they cannot find a woman, because every woman, her standards are so high. An average woman, her standards are so high, she's chasing the 1% of men, even though that 1% of men are never going to end up with them. They have a lot of girls, and it's just like it doesn't happen, right? They don't end up, like, even though they're having sex with you, I don't know, flying you out, it doesn't mean that they want something serious with you. They just go for those 1% of men. And yeah, it's sad for the average guy nowadays who wants something stable, wants a woman, wants to have that feminine energy where he is understood, there's no conflict, he's respected, he's valued. Okay, let's say like she's not living that hot girl era, but she's still going to argue with you, she's still going to try to dominate you, she's going to try to feminize you, because that's how she was raised by our society, when women are constantly told that if a man tries to dominate you, which is normal, that's how men are, they're more dominant than women, by default, by nature. But our society has raised us to think and to believe that if a man has any sort of strength, I guess, I don't know, dominance, he is toxic. That is toxic masculinity, and men have to 100% be submissive to women, which is really wrong. This is against nature. So there's just two men in a relationship, there's conflict all the time, and then they end up separated because women are not taught to be wives. They don't know how to be wives anymore. So yeah, this is the problem that our society is facing. It's actually a big problem. That's why you see so many divorces, misunderstanding, and then because of the dating world, and as soon as you break up, you stop dating, there's just a lot of choices for women on dating apps. That is fake connection. You're not building anything serious, you're just wasting your time. And yeah, society is completely effed up. And yeah, let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye.